What's going on YouTube? It's EK. We're back here with another Call of Duty Warzone video, and today we'll do something a little different. Is that I'm actually going to talk to you guys about the game instead of my normal montage of just, random clips of me killing people. Instead, let's chat today about the game itself, and I have two things I want to talk about. First off, are you guys excited for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War? For myself, I am pretty excited, at least for the story. The story, I feel like, when it comes to Call of Duty, has always been pretty interesting. Even all the Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare shenanigans. I feel like the story has always been pretty decent when it comes to Call of Duty. And I am really digging the new take on the new Cold War, or at least the new Black Ops. With dealing with the Cold War, having guys like Perseus, Adler, and then we're bringing back Frank Woods and Mason, and then so all these characters are coming back, and they're revealing so much about the story. I feel like it's getting really interesting. So I'm very excited about that. Multiplayer, I'm kind of whatever's. Ever since I started playing Warzone, multiplayer has basically been kind of the place where I test out guns and the place where I just go to upgrade my guns. I don't really care about multiplayer anymore. So even playing normal Black Ops multiplayer when the beta was out, I mean, it was interesting. But at the end of the day, it was just for me to really just get a feel of the game. I didn't really care too much about it. So, but at the end of the day, I'm still very excited for when Cold War comes out. I'm also very excited to see how Black Ops will. I'm also very excited to see how Black Ops will change Warzone, because they're gonna add all the guns from Cold War into Warzone. So now we have even more rifles, even more assault rifles, even more sniper rifles, even more pistols, everything. It's gonna be crazy. I feel like in terms of how they're gonna balance out every single weapon is gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, because at the end of the day, you have M4, then you have the XM4. Maybe it's gonna be a variant of the M4, or they're gonna be completely separate classes. Obviously, there's AKs in both games and stuff like that. So I'm curious to how they're gonna really add it into the game itself. I mean, a lot of it's just a skin and stats, right? It's just code. So you can just import the code over, but obviously they're gonna have to tweak it in some shape or form, because as of right now, at least I believe, Warzone is as balanced as it can get, or at least it's very balanced right now. You have several sniper rifles that you can choose from. You could be the CAR, you could be the SPR, you could be AX-50, or the HDR. All those are viable sniper rifles. Obviously, more people use CAR or prefer one or the other, but all four are viable. In terms of ARs, I mean, pretty much you can use any AR except for maybe the AK or the SCAR, which are, they're still good guns, but when it comes to Warzone, they may not be the best guns, right? So you can use a RAM, the Kilo, the M13, the M4, and the FAL. All those are really good guns. The AM Max or whatever. I think I said that wrong. Anyways, doesn't really matter. But all those are really good guns, right? So people can be very diverse in terms of what they use in all those areas. Granted, when it comes to shotguns, this gets a little bit different, right? Most people either use the R9, AA-12, or they go back to the origin. That limits it a little bit. But and then even with an SMGs, it's basically either MP5 or MP7. No one, I don't see anybody else using really much of the AUG or the Uzi or anything, unless you pick it up off a ground loot. Then that's a whole nother story. But right, there's not a whole lot of other variants there. But either way, you still have a variety of loadouts that you can use. So I'm curious if they're also going to import certain perks or even kill streaks. Are we going to be able to buy an RC car now? Are we be able to buy some other counter? I feel like counter UAVs should be within Black Ops or within Warzone. I feel like Warzone should have counter UAVs so that you can at the very least, like even in the beginning, because a lot of people, like, right, when you get hunted as a bounty, and people buy a UAV at the same time, they can find you right away. What if I throw down a counter UAV like almost immediately, and now you can't find me anymore? You know, I can use that time to run away or do something where like you can't find me or something like that, where it blocks you from at least, like, you know, knowing where I am for at least a few minutes or something like that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but anyways, let me know down in the comments what you guys think, what you guys are gonna do with, or what you guys think of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Are you excited for it? Are you gonna play it, and or are we gonna buy it and play it? So let me know, guys know. Let me know what you guys think. Second thing I want to talk about today is, does playing Call of Duty Warzone make you a better multiplayer player, or just a better player in general? Think about that. Like, so does playing and I know obviously there are very different things between these two games, right? So because time to kill is obviously very different, because you have armor within Warzone. You know, you generally have different attachments within Warzone that you would use that you wouldn't use in multiplayer. But does playing the game overall make you a better player? And for myself, I think it does. You know, for me, one thing that really changed up is my tactics within playing Warzone, because of the longer time to kill. I was able to choose what gunfights I wanted to be a part of and did not want to be a part of. You know, I kind of learned more of a better awareness of when to run and how to run, and also how to outmaneuver people. So right here, I have some clips from when the Cold War beta was out. And so here's one of my first few games. And when I was playing the first a few of the multiplayer games on just kind of, you know, regular TDM or just domination, I noticed that I was doing a lot better than I would normally on normal multiplayer. Not just because like my aim got better or I was able to kill people more, but like just my overall tactics. You know, I feel like my KD doesn't really matter too much in this case, because I was getting anywhere between 3 and 6 KD in the first like 4 or 5 matches. Granted, the first 4 or 5 matches I was level 1, and so was the majority of the lobby was like under 10. You know, you had maybe some level 20s. I don't think there was skill-based matchmaking going on. However, I don't think that at the same time it's like, well, I was playing on PC beta. These are all pre-order people, so generally you don't have a lot of Call of Duty noobs, like completely new to the franchise, playing on these servers. Obviously the skill level is going to be varied, but either way, you know, aside from how many people I killed or like my KD, I think the way I was maneuvering was actually a lot better than what I would do normally. So here's just some examples of like how I would normally move. Like, for, you know, in terms of like, I would kind of basically like the way I was moving through the map, I was checking out a lot more corners. I wasn't approaching, you know, certain intersections by just running straight through it. I was coming in from the side. If I was within a firefight, you know, if I shoot and kill somebody and I needed to reload, instead of just standing there or like crouching or even going prone, I would find some cover in order to reload and then come out of cover in order to engage the next gunfight, or at least just to see to acquire the next enemy. You know, these little things I feel like have made me such a better multiplayer, because you know, I'm just so used to doing it within Warzone, you know, because like, you always have to kind of pick and choose what battles. You know, you see a lot of the good players, whenever they need to reload or they need to, you know, re-armor up within Warzone, they generally run away. You know, they don't just stay where they are. They generally try to, you know, put some cover in between them and the enemy by running through a building, you know, hiding behind rocks, or just doing something where it disorients the other player a little bit so that they can't acquire you so quickly, and then you can come back out fighting. So for me, I was doing a lot more of these tactics within multiplayer that I wasn't doing before. You know, before I was just kind of like, I always, if I got into a certain firefight and I lost maybe half my health, but I was also hitting the other guy, my normal mindset would be like, well, I'm gonna continue to go into this gunfight because I hit him a few times, therefore I can finish him off. And 50% of the time I didn't, and 50% of the time I did. Maybe 60-40 I didn't, you know? And whereas now I'd be like, okay, if I get hit, I am instead gonna go back into hiding, like go back into behind cover, let my health regen, and obviously his health is gonna regen, but I'm gonna maneuver in a way that's hopefully gonna give me a better angle on the guy, because I'm banking on the chance that he's gonna probably look at me from the same angle. But if I come around the corner, or if I just give him even 10 to 15 degrees difference, you know, and he's aiming down somewhere else and he has to readjust, whereas I don't, I'm gonna have the advantage. So like those little movements and little tricks or little improvements in my gameplay, I feel like I was just moving so much more. Even my fingers, I feel like were moving a lot quicker. You know, like my reaction time to a lot of things was a lot quicker. You know, if I was getting shot from the back, or if someone comes out from the corner, anything, like even just jumping, like, you know, bunny hopping whenever someone's shooting at you, or being able to switch to a different gun whenever you run out of bullets instead of reloading. Like those like little habits, you feel like as I'm talking about them, you know, they're common sense, right? Like you should do these things already, but there's a difference between knowing what to do and doing what you should do. You know, sometimes you just have to break it into, you know, you have to practice it a lot more, therefore it becomes muscle memory. And that's really what I feel like Warzone has done for me. And obviously, you know, and I think like playing multiplayer also makes you better at Warzone too, depending on how you want to play, because, you know, you might know certain maps a little better. I really feel like playing, a lot of Warzone has made me a better player. Granted, there's still a lot for me to learn. I still do a lot of mistakes where I push when I shouldn't, or when I push when I should, or I don't push when I should push, you know. So there's still a lot of things I'm learning, and I'm trying to get better at the game because it is a really fun game. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about, does Warzone make you a better multiplayer? Has it helped you? Has it helped you become better in multiplayer? Has it helped you develop better, you know, better habits, better movement, better techniques, better strategy? Has it done any of that? Or do you think, no, the two are completely unrelated and you're not going to be able to be better at one from playing the other? So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Thank you guys for watching. Please like the video if you want to keep seeing content like this where I talk about different Warzone topics. The next one I'm going to talk about is different features and new additions you would like to see in Warzone. So we're going to talk about that in my next video. Please come back, subscribe for that next video, and take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay healthy. All right, thank you guys. Take it easy. They're dead.